Welcome to the Hidden Ecosystem. I'm Petra. This is the final episode of this series, and it's time to bring everything together. You've learned about gut feelings, quorum sensing, the gut city, rhythm, and migrants. Today we connect all the threads because ultimately it's about one thing, you and your ecosystem together in balance. Let's look back. You're never alone. 38 trillion microorganisms live in and on your body. They're partners, not passengers. They partly determine how you feel, how you process food, how your immune system functions. They talk to each other. Through quorum sensing, they make group decisions. They build cities, biofilms with infrastructure and division of functions. They have rhythm. They follow your clock and expect consistency. They're smart, not individually, but collectively. They organize themselves without a manager. They adapt without instructions. And they exchange. Through kissing, touching, food, pets, newcomers constantly enter. Your microbiome is dynamic, not static. All of this forms the missing layer, the layer between your DNA, what you can be, and your actual health, how you actually function. I want to pause here for a moment. There's a movement in healthcare. Genomics, analyzing your DNA, is presented as the future. Your genes determine everything, your predisposition to diseases, your response to medications, your optimal diet, and genomics is fascinating, truly. It's a treasure of information, but it's not the complete picture. Your DNA doesn't change. It's the script you were born with. But who determines which scenes get played, which genes get activated, which potentials get realized? The crosstalk, the continuous communication between your cells and your microorganisms. Two identical twins, identical DNA, but one develops diabetes, the other doesn't. One becomes depressed, the other doesn't. How is that possible? Because health isn't determined by genes alone. It's determined by how those genes are expressed. And that expression is partly directed by your microbiome, by your lifestyle, by the conditions you create. This is the missing layer. What does this mean practically? You're not a victim of your genes. Your DNA is a starting point, not a final verdict. The expression of those genes is influenceable by what you eat, how you live, how you care for your ecosystem. You have more influence than you think. Every meal is a choice. Every night of sleep, every walk. You shape the conditions in which your ecosystem functions. Consistency beats perfection. You don't need to eat perfectly. You don't need to follow extreme diets. What you need is consistency, stable patterns, predictability for your ecosystem. You're the environment, not the manager. You don't choose which bacteria live there, but you do determine the climate. The question isn't, how do I control my microbiome? The question is, how do I create conditions in which the right community flourishes? Let's get concrete. The fundamentals of a healthy ecosystem: food, varied, fiber-rich, 30 plants per week, fermentable fibers that feed your good bacteria, minimal ultra-processed food that feeds the opportunists, rhythm, fixed meal times, fixed sleep times, predictability. Your ecosystem learns to anticipate movement daily, even if it's just a walk. Movement influences your gut motility, your hormones, your entire physiology. Sleep, 7 to 8 hours, consistent. Your ecosystem does important work while you sleep. Stress management. Chronic stress changes the climate in your gut. Find ways to regulate breathing, movement, social connection, whatever works for you. None of this is new. These are the age-old fundamentals of health, but now you understand why they work. Your ecosystem needs them. I want to end with an invitation. You're a holobiont, human plus microbiome, a partnership of trillions of organisms. And that's not a limitation, it's a superpower. You're never alone. Every day, every moment, a community works for you. They produce vitamins, they train your immune system, they influence your mood, they partly determine how much energy you have. The question is, are you a good host? Not perfect, nobody's perfect, but conscious, consistent, attentive. The crosstalk is the missing layer. The conversation between you and your microorganisms partly determines who you are, how you feel, how your health develops, and that conversation is influenceable. Every day anew, your final biohack, the most important one. One thing, 90 days, consistent. Choose one thing from this series. What resonated most? The body scan, fixed meal times, 30 plants per week, fermentable fibers? One thing, not everything at once, one change, and do it for 90 days, consistent, without exceptions. After 90 days, it's a habit, it's part of who you are, and your ecosystem has adapted. Then you can add the next thing, small steps, consistent. That's how lasting change works. This was The Hidden Ecosystem. In this series, you discovered that your gut feels what you feel, that your bacteria talk, organize, cooperate, that they have rhythm and respond to newcomers, that they're smart, collectively smart. Your DNA tells what you can be. Your microbiome and the crosstalk determine what you actually are. That crosstalk is the missing layer, and now that you know it, you can influence it. You're never alone. 38 trillion partners stand ready. Take care of them. They'll take care of you. Want to discover more? Listen to our main series, Cosmo Talks, or visit cosmogroup.eu. Thank you for listening. This was Petra. Until next time.